sure that I'm believing what I'm seeing here. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but is that red car a Ford Fiesta? About to try and pull this boat out? I'm gonna have to Google search this, because does that even have a tow rating? And, I'm sorry, I'm pulling the phone out Googling right now. 1,900 pounds. There's just no way. And that's if the trailer's braked. It's actually like 1,500 pounds with no trailer brakes, but I got a feeling this is not gonna go as planned. I wanna see this car pull this boat out. Man, you never know what you're gonna see down here. Welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Boynton Beach. I mean, our guys got the trailer almost down. They chose not to use any lines. It's got Wifey just sitting in the bow holding the boat. And I'm curious if this car is actually going to pull this boat up the ramp. I mean, I have to imagine it could, but this is just crazy to me because there's no way this boat and trailer weigh less than 1,900 pounds. It's just not. Let me know in the comments if you think that's even possible. So he's backing it up, but he's actually got this car backed up pretty damn deep down here at the ramp. And she's let go of the bow, so maybe there is a line up there and she wasn't just holding on. So our crew's getting out now. Ford Fiesta. This one blows my mind. So we're not going to power load either. He's walked straight up to the bow of the boat on the ramp, and he's just going to pull it on. I feel like he went a little deep as well, but maybe that's just the perception from using a car that small. So there we go. He's going to turn the boat over and walk it on. This is absolutely bonkers to me. Let me know in the comments how you think this is going to go. So after a few moments, he's got the boat on the trailer for the most part, and he's putting his girl in the car to go ahead and pull it up. And he is moving to the back. What in the world is going on here? So he's at the back of the boat. Is he trying to make sure it stays level on the trailer? Or does he already know the car's not going to make it and that he's got to push?
You got my boat, dude? Yeah, go. You're good.
Is that the Fiesta?
Let's go.
We were spinning tires the whole way, so that was another vehicle spinning tires over here, another truck.
You gotta slide. You gotta go.
And this is working out about exactly as I thought it would.
No, on the floor.
So you definitely don't want to floor it because they're not getting grip. So they need to start off a little slower to try and see if they can get that tire to hook. Oh no, he went down! Oh, thank God he moved. So he was pushing from behind, and that's why you don't want to do this if you don't have to. He went down. If she would have gripped, he was getting run over by the trailer. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That one stressed me out right there. But I mean, when as you knew it was going to go, they're completely over the weight limit that this vehicle is supposed to tow. But I guess it got it up to the top of the ramp at least. And there we go. Now they'll push over. I wouldn't have brought my boat up here while they were doing this, just in case that car comes rolling back. And there they go. They're off. So here comes our next crew in on approach. The captain, like the first angle, backs up a little bit to try and reset. over, and she goes for the step off, almost falls in going backwards, but now they're going to watch out because they're kicking the stern toward the boat behind them. And Cap, it looks like, is in reverse. Alright, so he stopped it off there. The lady on the boat's kind of eyeballing him like, bro, don't back into my boat. And they will start to walk it around. And this crew's backing down. He's got to watch out. He's going to hit the guide pole on the boat. Right there, just backs right into it. Almost knocks his buddy off the boat. And wisely, he will step off onto the dock. Here they're gonna do the walk down method where you take two people, grab some lines, and they'll walk down with the boat. So in theory, when the truck gets far enough down, he can just tap the brake, boat should come off. So far so good. Boat is floating and it broke free pretty hard. They're scrambling now to try and get it over. It is like the ultimate battle of tug-of-war right there. I mean, the easiest thing they could have done was got a line on a cleat as they walked past him, and that would have stopped it as well. But now they're struggling to get this thing pulled back over. And there we go, he grabs onto it now. And they've got to be careful because there's still the metal that goes around the piling on the end of this dock, and they don't want the boat to swing over and hit that, as they will wind up scratching Cap's boat, who I'm guessing was driving the truck. And our next crew coming in on approach. So we've got our young lady ready to roll. Cap's gonna lightly love tap the dock. She's gotta go for it now. She hesitates for a second, and there you go. She jumps off of one line, but didn't grab the other one, and now the bow is drifting away. And our sailor bro here is gonna help them out. And we typically see this with the single jet ski trailers. But our guy's been going at this for quite some time now with a double trailer. This is about the size of a small boat trailer anymore, and is definitely as wide, so you can see it. That's what makes the double trailer easier, is I can see it the whole time in my mirrors, as where the single trailer, when it's in the spot it's supposed to be, in theory it disappears. And then by the time you see it, it's too late already. But our guy here is having a rough go of it, trying to get this double back down. And they've been going at it already for a few minutes as well. There you go, heading in the right general direction. Alright, start kicking that wheel back around. There you go. They were moving in the right general path, but he's oversteered it just a little bit. Now he's got to try and get it back. Tough part with the double trailers is it weighs a lot more, obviously, than the single trailer, so it's a little more difficult to try and pick this one up and move it like you will with a single. So at least they've got a good angle here. This is a good starting point. So far, the other attempts, I don't feel like he was even at a good starting point. And usually that's the key. If you can get it started from a good spot, life is much easier. But no, they're oversteering it again. It wouldn't be so bad if there was nobody else on the ramp on the right, but they've got to avoid that as well. There we go, getting it working back. Now they've just got to get it back down into the water. Yeah, I definitely recommend if you buy a boat or a trailer, go practice on a Wednesday down at the ramp. The weekends, it gets crazy down here, especially at Boynton. We almost always have a line, I feel. But but they're getting close now. So little Boynton wobble action kind of going back and forth, trying to get it just somewhat right. They just need to make sure they're on their side. So once again, we're not interfering with anybody else over on the other side. Oh, no, they're pulling forward. Don't go too far forward. No, and they're... Again, they're trying to get back to a good starting point, but the further forward they go, the more work they're putting in for it. My favorite part of these ones when we talk about this, though, too, is it's not to knock anybody, but there's obviously other people here with this crew, and this means that this person is the best at doing this. The one that's in the truck is the best that's with that crew at doing it. Other than that, somebody else would have already, I promise, taken over at this point and done it for them. So now the boat that's leaving next to them is pulling out, so they're going to have a little extra room to finally work with here. But again, there's a line here, so they don't want to impede too far over because somebody else is going to come take this ramp here in a second. And they are kind of in the middle. These are almost 3 lanes, and they're using probably 2 of the 3. And there we go. Finally has it back into the water. And now, bro, why are you going so deep? And he finally stops, and they should be good to roll. And speaking of good to roll, we're going to roll out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.